Hello, my name is Gracia Brenda Gerung, and I'm here going to talk about the conservation, especially the conservations about the animal. We're going to talk about what is conservation and which species is worth to save. Of course, animal species. We're talking about animal conservation. We start with the definition of the conservation. We talk about conservation like maybe every day, not every day, but once in a month, we must talk about the conservations. It's really obvious, isn't it? Even though there are some different definition of the conservation between us, the point is conservation is all about saving the nature, trying to keep all the beautiful species, all the beautiful places and habitats, ensure the wonders of the natural world on this earth. The Cambridge English Dictionary defines conservation as protection of plants and animals and natural areas. Here, the objectives of conservation are given as follows. 1. To maintain essential ecological process and life support systems. 2. To preserve genetic diversity and to ensure the sustainable utilization of species and ecosystem. We could go into a long academic discussion of the different definition of conservation, but this is not our purpose here. The general popular understanding of conservation is indeed well understood. Which species is worth to save? More than 20,000 plants and animals are on the brink of disappearing forever. Talking about which species is worth to save, it's really a tricky question. This week, National Geographic will spotlight some of the world's most innovative and unusual efforts to save disappearing species, from the mountains of Tanzania to the plains of Missouri, in a series called Last of the Last. How do we decide which species to save? In some cases, scientists and economists use algorithms and logistical models to determine a return on investment for trying to save the last of the last. In practice, scientists and conservation priorities based on a mix of public perception and a species economic value. Whether it's a popular seafood or brings tourism dollars to a state. Which species is worth to save? Actually, what we decide to save really much more often done for emotional or psychological or national reasons than would ever be met with a model. People end up saving what they want to save. We, human. Mostly, if we trying to decide which species is worth to save, we all think about the cute pandas, we all think about the elephant, all the apes, because we just want to see their cuteness, and sometimes we not think about the economic value for us and for the earth. Some conservationists argue that how we choose which species is life, species live or die is deeply flawed. That our bias for preserving cute and fuzzy animals diverts precious resource from creatures that actually keep our planet humming. Ants, for instance, are essential environmental helpers, distributing seeds, aerating soils, and eating other insects insects that are often human pests, says Mark Bekoff, an ethologist at the University of Colorado Boulder. He said, if we're going to save pandas rather than ants, we need a good reason to save pandas than ants. Because being cute is not a good reason. We all know what he think, we all know what he mean. We human, sometimes we just want to give our ego, we just want to save something that we think that it's have impact for us, but not the earth, not the bigger. It's sometimes we just think about our individual, ourselves. And from the National Geographic, this is the 5 most popular species for conservation. 1. Apes, like orangutan in West Borneo, elephants, big cats, black rhinoceros, and giant panda. Sometimes you want to save a species because you find it extraordinary and appealing. That's the way humans are. Sometimes, yeah, we understand what the quotes meanings. We save species because we find it extraordinary and appealing, not because the economic value. In the end, save species that have value to people. We must think about the value of the animals that we want to save. Because, like the first thing that I have said before, there are 20,000 species every day are in the brink of disappearing forever. And decide which species we want to save, it's really hard, and we must think about the value of the animal give to us, give to the earth, not just because we found it cute or something. Does conservation actually work? Conservation does work, but we do not do anywhere close to enough of it. Conservation, every day, every time, there are animals near of the extinctions. There are animals that almost extinction. But the conservation does work. We just can't deny it because it's the law of the nature. We as human, we just have to do our best deciding which species to save and just not to think about ourselves, but we must think about the earth and the impact for our life. Thank you.